are going to study about Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law is an alternative form of Biot-Savart's law. It gives the relation between the line integral of magnetic field and the current which produces the field. Okay, so Ampere's circuital law states that the line integral of magnetic field over any closed surface is equal to mu 0 times the current enclosed by the surface. So once more the statement, the law states that line integral of magnetic field around any closed surface is equal to mu 0 times the current passing through the closed surface. So mathematically we can write integral, line integral, this is called a line integral. Line integral of magnetic field over a closed surface, integral B dot dl equal to mu 0 times the current enclosed by the surface. So this is the mathematical expression of Ampere's circuital law. Applications of Ampere's circuital law. There are mainly three applications of Ampere's circuital law: to find magnetic field around a straight conductor, magnetic field around a solenoid, magnetic field due to a toroid. First application is to find magnetic field at a point due to straight conductor, straight current carrying conductor. Assume this is a straight conductor carrying current I. Okay, so we have to find out magnetic field at the point P, which is at a distance R from the conductor. Right. So according to Ampere's circuital law, we know line integral of magnetic field over a closed surface. Here there is no closed surface. Therefore, we can assume a closed surface passing through the point P and enclosing the conductor. And that closed surface, so here this is the closed surface passing through the point P where we have to find out the magnetic field and enclosing the conductor. And this closed surface or closed loop is called the Amperian loop. This is called Amperian surface or Amperian loop, which is similar to Gaussian surface. We have studied Gaussian surface in Gauss's theorem. Okay, so that is an imaginary surface. Here also, in order to apply Ampere's circuital law, we have to assume a closed surface and which is called Amperian surface or Amperian loop. Okay. Now from Ampere's circuital law, we can write integral, line integral B dot dl equal to mu 0 I. I represents the current enclosed by the surface. Here integral B dot dl we can write line integral B dl cos theta equal to mu 0 I, where theta means the angle between magnetic field and length. Okay, so here according to the figure, from the figure we can write what is the direction of magnetic field at the point P. Direction of magnetic field, here this is the current flowing in the upward direction. Using right hand thumb rule we can write the direction of magnetic field is into the plane of the paper, isn't it? So current is in the upward direction, magnetic field at the point P is into. So here the direction of magnetic field is into the plane of the paper. Into represents the direction of magnetic field is into the plane of the paper. What is the direction of magnetic field here? Outward, isn't it? So here the magnetic field is dot. So here the direction of magnetic field is into the plane of the paper, and if you consider 3-dimensional, length is also in the same direction, Amperian loop. This is the straight conductor, here this is the direction of magnetic field and same is the direction of the length we can assume. So what is theta here? Theta is 0. Okay, so line integral B dl is equal to mu 0 I, since theta is equal to 0. Magnetic field and length are in the same direction. So here we can write integration is applicable only for the length. So B into integral dl. Integral dl means the total length of the Amperian loop. What is the total length of the Amperian loop? That is circumference, isn't it? So circumference of the Amperian loop is 2 pi r. Okay, so integral dl is equal to 2 pi r equal to mu 0 I. So what is the magnetic field? B equals mu 0 I divided by 2 pi r. So magnetic field at a point due to straight current carrying conductor is given by B equals mu 0 I divided by 2 pi r, where r represents the distance between the conductor and the corresponding point. And how will you find out the direction of magnetic field? Using right hand thumb rule we can find out the direction of magnetic field. Okay children. Application of Ampere's circuital law is to find magnetic field inside a straight solenoid. A solenoid, you know, it is a insulated copper wire wound closely in the form of a helix. Okay, here so that each turn can be regarded as a circular loop. So solenoid means an insulated copper wire wound closely in the form of a helix, and so each turn can be regarded as a circular loop. So this is a solenoid. Here these are the number of copper turns, and let the current is in the downward direction. These are each turn. Here current is in the downward direction. Okay. So current is in this downward direction, right? So we have to find out magnetic field at 2 points. First point is inside the solenoid. The point, let it be P. And we have to find out magnetic field at a point outside Q. So consider a solenoid. Let carrying current I and having n number of turns. Assume there are n number of turns for the solenoid. And we have to find out magnetic field at the point P and Q. P is a point inside the solenoid or within the turns of the solenoid, and Q is a point outside the solenoid. So consider a solenoid of n turns carrying current I. We have to find out magnetic field at points P and Q. So this solenoid can be drawn in another way. Okay, so here this is the upper region, this region, and here this represents the bottom region. Current is in the outward direction. Here current is in this downward direction. No? So that means in the upper phase current is moving out, and in the lower phase current is moving into. So here current is moving out, therefore it can be represented by dot. So this dot represents the direction of current outward. Here the cross represents the direction of current into. Is it clear, children? Here current is in the outward direction, here current is inward. Like this, current is in this direction. So here current is outward, that is represented by dot. In the lower phase current is downward or into the plane, that means it is represented by cross. So here dot and cross represents the direction of current. Okay. Now we have to find out magnetic fields at 2 points. So this is the point P inside the solenoid, and here this is the point Q outside the solenoid. So in order to apply Ampere's circuit law, we have to assume a closed surface, isn't it? Here the closed surface is an Amperian loop, and that is a rectangular Amperian loop. We can assume a rectangular Amperian loop passing through the points P and Q. Okay. Here this is an Amperian loop A, B, C, D. A rectangular Amperian loop of length L. Okay, of length L, and passing through the points P and Q. Now we can apply Ampere's circuit law. We have the Ampere's circuit law, integral B dot dl equal to mu 0 I. This is Ampere's circuit law. Ampere's circuit law. Here in this Amperian loop, this is called an Amperian loop that we know. Amperian loop. Here how many surfaces are there? Here 4 surfaces are there, no? So we have to find the integration can be written as integral B dot dl. We have to take the integration along the side AB, along the side BC, CD and DA. So this can be written as A to B, B dot dl plus integral B to C, B dot dl plus integral C to D, B dot dl plus integral D to A, B dot dl. We can take the total integration, right, is equal to mu 0. Here how many turns are there in the solenoid? We have assumed n turns are there, therefore it can be written as mu 0 ni. Okay, so integral A to B, B dot dl, A to B, B dot dl, B to C, B dot dl, B to C, then C to D and D to A. B dot dl is equal to mu 0 ni. Why we have taken mu 0 ni? Because there are n number of turns. Okay. Now, so these are all closed integral, line integral. Now, this can be written as integral A to B dot dl means B dl cos theta. Here if you consider the side AB, what is the direction of magnetic field? Here current is outward, here current is inward. So we know that each solenoid, each turn of the solenoid act as a circular loop. So here current is in the outward direction, here this is the direction of current. So what is the direction of magnetic field? Here along the face or along the side AB or inside the solenoid, the direction of magnetic field is towards right, using right hand thumb rule. We know right hand thumb rule. There are 2 statements for the right hand thumb rule. First one is for a straight conductor, thumb represents the current and forefinger represents the magnetic field. And for a circular loop, you know, here the forefinger represents the direction of current and thumb represents the direction of magnetic field, isn't it? So here Since each loop or each turn acts as a circular loop, the direction of magnetic field is towards right. So the direction of magnetic field is towards right. Here the direction of magnetic field is towards right. Okay, so here along the face or along the side AB we can write integral B dl cos theta. B dot dl can be written as B dl cos theta along the side A to B. We can take the integration step by step. Here A to B dot dl cos theta. Here what is theta? Theta is the angle between magnetic field and length, no? A to B. So length is towards right and magnetic field is also towards right. That means what is theta? Theta is equal to 0. So here integral B dl, theta is 0, cos 0. So it can be written as integral B dl. That is the first one. Then second one, integral B to C B dot dl. Integral B to C B dot dl is integral B to C B dl cos theta. Theta. Okay. What is theta there? Here, see the figure. B to C, magnetic field is towards right. B to C, length is in which direction? Upward direction. So both are perpendicular. So what is theta here? Theta is 90 degree. So it is equal to 0 since theta is equal to 90. Okay. Now, third step, integral C to D B dot dl. C to D B dot dl means the CD, that is the surface or that is the face outside the solenoid. So the magnetic field outside the solenoid is approximately 0. Okay, so there is very less magnetic field outside. So here we can write the third step, integral B dot dl along CD is equal to 0 because magnetic field outside the solenoid is magnetic field outside the solenoid is approximately 0. Okay. Then last step, integral B dot dl along which side? Along D to A. D to A. So that is equal to, there also if you see the figure, magnetic field is towards right, length is in the downward direction. So length and magnetic field are perpendicular, therefore there also magnetic field is 0 because theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so magnetic field along the side, if you see the figure, magnetic field along the side BC, along the side CD, along the side DA, that magnetic field is equal to 0. So magnetic field exists only in which region? Here in the region AB. So we can write, since all the values are 0, we can write integral A to B BDL equal to mu 0 Ni. Okay, all other magnetic fields, all other values are 0. So B into what is integral DL? Integral DL along the side AB. Integral DL is the length AB is equal to L, no? Okay, so we can write integral DL is L equal to mu 0 Ni. We have to find out the magnetic field. So B equal to mu 0 Ni divided by L. And now we are introducing a new term, number of turns divided by length, that is number of turns per unit length. So capital N divided by L is called number of turns per unit length. So small n divided by capital N divided by small n is called the number of turns per unit length, which is represented by small n. Okay, therefore the magnetic field formula is B equals mu 0 Ni. Okay, magnetic field inside a current carrying solenoid is given by the formula B equal to mu 0 Ni, where small n is number of turns per unit length and I be the current flowing through the solenoid. And magnetic field exists only inside the solenoid, and outside the solenoid magnetic field is 0. And one more condition, one more point to remember, inside the solenoid at each and every point magnetic field is B equal to mu 0 Ni. That means inside the solenoid magnetic field is uniform. Okay, inside the solenoid magnetic field is uniform and which is given by B equal to mu 0 Ni, and the direction of magnetic field is given by right hand thumb rule. Here current is in the outward direction, so direction of magnetic field is towards right. Okay. Third application of Ampere's circuital law is to find magnetic field due to a toroid or toroidal solenoid. A solenoid bent in the form of a closed ring is called a toroid, or a toroid is a hollow circular ring on which large number of turns of metallic wire are closely wound. See the figure, this is a toroid. So it consists of a hollow circular ring on which large number of turns of metallic wire are closely wound. So here this represents metallic wire are closely wound over the hollow circular ring. Okay, consider this is a toroid and here this is a hollow circular ring over which wires are uniformly wound. Here the direction of current is here dot. That means here current is in this direction, here current is into. So here cross. Here dot represents the direction of current, here dot, here we can represent cross, here cross, here dot. Okay children. So what is its dot and cross represents here? The current, through the turns current is flowing here outward, here into. Okay, like this. Here in the outer phase current is outward and in the inner phase current is into the plane. Right. Now we have to find out magnetic fields at 3 points: magnetic field inside the toroid, magnetic field within the turns of the toroid, and magnetic field outside the toroid. Okay. So how will you find out the magnetic field outside the toroid, within the turns of the toroid, and inside the toroid? So we can consider a toroid of n turns carrying current I. First we can find out the magnetic field outside the toroid, that means the point 1 outside the toroid. So first we can write magnetic field number 1, magnetic field in the exterior of the solid toroid. In the exterior region of the toroid. So in order to find out magnetic field in the exterior region using Ampere's circuital law, we can assume a closed Amperian loop. So here this is an Amperian loop passing through the point where we have to find out the magnetic field, isn't it? So here we know integral B dot dl is equal to mu 0 I. Here since a toroid having n number of turns, so integral B dot dl equal to mu 0 Ni. So here what is I? The current enclosed by the Amperian loop. Is there any current enclosed by the Amperian loop? So in the first region, for each turn the current coming out of the plane of the paper is cancelled by current going into the plane of the paper. Okay, so outside the region current enclosed is equal to 0 and hence what is the magnetic field? B equal to 0. So outside the toroid there is no magnetic field. Now number 2, magnetic field in the open space interior to the toroid. Interior to the toroid. Okay, there also we can apply Ampere's circuital law. Integral B dot dl is equal to mu 0 Ni. In the inner region, if you consider the Amperian loop, this is an Amperian loop in the second region too. We have to find out magnetic field in the inner region. Here also we can assume an Amperian loop. Is there any current enclosed by the Amperian loop? Current enclosed by the Amperian loop is equal to 0. That means the loop does not enclose any current. Therefore, here also I equals 0. This I equal to 0. So, magnetic field in the open space interior to the toroid is equal to 0. That means there is no magnetic field exists outside the toroid or in the interior region of the toroid. Now, we can find out magnetic field between the turns of the toroid. That means in this region, between the turns of the toroid. Now, to find a magnetic field within the turns of the toroid, again we can assume a Amperian loop. This is an Amperian loop passing through the point 3. Okay. So, let R be the radius of the Amperian loop. Right. Now, what is the direction of magnetic field? In this region, what is the direction of magnetic field? Here current is in this direction, no? Here current is downward, here current is into. So, what is the direction of magnetic field? The direction of magnetic field is in which direction? Clockwise direction. So, this represents the direction of magnetic field within the turns or inside the toroid. Okay, within the turns of the toroid, this represents the direction of magnetic field. So, using Ampere's circuital law, we can write integral B dot dl equal to mu 0 Ni. Okay, or we can write integral B dl cos theta equal to mu 0 Ni. What is theta there? Theta means the angle between magnetic field and length. Magnetic field is in the clockwise direction. Length also, length of the Amperian loop is also along the same direction. Therefore, theta is 0. So, we can write closed integral B dl is equal to mu 0 Ni. Integral dl. What is integral dl? The total length of the Amperian loop. Okay. So, what is the total length of the Amperian loop? Let r be the radius. So, total length is equal to 2 pi r. Okay. Circumference. So, B into 2 pi r equal to mu 0 Ni. So, magnetic field B equal to mu 0 Ni divided by 2 pi r. What is this N by 2 pi r? Total number of turns divided by length. 2 pi r is the length, no? So, total number of turns divided by length is number of turns per unit length. Number of turns per unit length. That we know it is represented by small letter n. So, magnetic field is given by B equal to mu 0 Ni. So, here also magnetic field within the turns of the toroid is B equals mu 0 Ni, where small n is number of turns per unit length, which is given by capital N divided by 2 pi r. In solenoid also, magnetic field inside the solenoid also same formula, B equal to mu 0 Ni, but there small n equal to capital N divided by length. Here in the case of toroidal solenoid, small n equal to capital N divided by 2 pi r, and outside the toroid and in the interior of the toroid, magnetic field is equal to 0. Okay.